Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Plenty of Goodness. If you are new to my channel, please give me a thumbs up, hit the like button, and subscribe for future plant-based, delicious, gluten-free meal preps. So this week, you guys, is going to be a little bit different. Unfortunately, with the whole COVID thing, my work schedule is kind of a mess right now, so I'm working as many days as I can. So this week I don't really have a lot of time, but I am going to do 2 meals for you guys this week. The third meal is going to be, I know it's a little cheat sheet, but I'm going to do frozen pot stickers for my third meal with miso soup. I'm just going to cook that as I need it, day by day. But I am going to do the 2 meals for you guys this week. And the first meal is going to be a layered tomato squash bake. This is a casserole dish. I just figured it's lots of nutrition, lots of vegetables. We got your beans for protein. We're going to do some organic squash. We have your follow your heart cheddar cheese, and then we're going to do some pizza sauce and roasted garlic del grosso, tomato sauce, some nutritional yeast, which is really high in protein and very low fiber, but high in protein, low calories, and this is what vegans need, or plant-based. You can see that. Vitamin B12. Okay. And then we got your fried crispy onions. We're going to do some garlic, red onion, some white button organic mushrooms, and for the spices, I'm going to do some pink salt, black pepper, parsley, and paprika. So we're all going to do this in a casserole dish, and what we're going to do with the squash is we're going to use this side of this cheddar cheese grater, what do you call it? So we're going to use this side, and they're going to be like long strips. So first we're going to rinse and cut the veggies. Okay, you guys, so do the best that you can when you're slicing or grating the squash on this end. They're going to come out like little slices like this, and then towards the end of the squash it's going to fall apart. So just do your best and kind of do on one side and then kind of rotate it around. And then you might have to just slice the end with a knife. And then I'm going to cut the onion very fine because we're going to bake this for about 20 minutes in the oven, so it doesn't take that long. Squash doesn't take that long to bake. So we're going to cut the onion really fine, and then I already have the mushrooms rinsed and ready to go, and we're going to start layering the casserole. The first layer is going to be tomato sauce, and then I just sprinkled the minced garlic in the tomato sauce. Just have enough tomato sauce to cover the bottom of the dish. And then you're going to layer the squash, kind of brick layer it, and then you can go this way, and then you can go this way with the squash, because we have a lot left over. So this is the first layer, and then I'm going to sprinkle onion, a little bit of mushroom, a little bit of the beans, and then you're going to layer it with the squash again, the garlic, and we're going to do tomato sauce, and then the cheese will be the very last thing. And I also did sprinkle nutritional yeast. I did sprinkle it with the tomato sauce, or you can do it in between each layer as well, so it's gonna all absorb. Okay guys, so you're going to pretty much layer it 2 times. So you're going to do the tomato sauce, garlic, nutritional yeast, then you're going to layer the squash, brick layer it, do at least 2 to 3 layers of the squash, and then you're going to do the mushroom, beans, and the onions, and then you're going to put some tomato sauce on that, more nutritional yeast, the spices, salt, pepper, paprika, and the parsley, and then you're going to do 2 more layers of the squash, brick layer it, and then you can do more of the mushrooms, beans, onions, and more nutritional yeast, and more of the fried onions, more of the crunchy stuff, and then you're going to do the tomato sauce and the cheese as very last. Okay, so that's how it's going to look, you guys. And if you want to, you can move around the sauce when you sprinkle it on there with a spatula, with a flat spatula, so that way it's evenly layered and it's going to cook all together at one time. So yeah, that's what it looks like, and we're going to cover it with parchment paper first and then aluminum foil on 400 degrees for 20 minutes. Okay guys, so there's your first meal, your layered tomato squash and bake. Yum! That looks really, really good. So make sure you cool it down, and then after you cool it down, hopefully you have a lid to the Pyrex. That would help. If not, just cover it with parchment paper and foil, and then you know, you can choose however much to eat. But I usually try to you know, have 4 portions of this. You might have some left over depending on how much you can eat, but I try to do equivalent to the mason jar. On to the meal prep 2. Okay, so the next meal, number 2, is going to be portobello and tofu with veggies. Something a little bit different. We're going to wash and cut the veggies first, but I got 2 packets of the portobello mushrooms. We're going to cut these nice and thick. This is going to be like the main substance for the dish. We got your organic tamari soy sauce and your sweet and sour sauce, yings. It's I had this left over in the fridge, so I'm just going to kind of incorporate it. It's kind of like a stir fry almost. We're going to use some nutritional yeast, some garlic, the super firm high protein tofu. And we're going to actually, I can either crumble it up or I can cube it, but I think I'm going to crumble it up just because it's a little bit easier. Got your organic yellow or sweet onion, your panko gluten-free breadcrumbs, and some potato starch to kind of coat the portobello. And then we're going to do some broccoli. Okay, so you're going to wash and cut the onion. And it could be, you know, whatever desired size you would like. I chopped the garlic already, and you're gonna wash, rinse, and pat dry the portobello, and then you're going to de-stem them first. So just kind of wiggle them a little bit and hold them taut, and then it'll come right out. And then so we're going to coat these with the potato starch and the panko breadcrumbs, and then we're going to cut these into thick slices. Okay, so after you cut the portobello mushroom, they're going to be about this thick, and I coated them with the potato starch. And sorry guys, just forget the panko breadcrumbs because they're not sticking. I thought they would stick to the potato starch, but the potato starch will do just fine on its own. And then I rinsed and patted dry the block of tofu, and we're going to crumble that up. But right now we're going to saute the onion and the garlic, and then after that we're going to saute the portobello. Okay, you're going to bring the pan on high heat. You're going to saute the onion and garlic for a few minutes. You can add a little vegan butter if you choose to, a little bit of salt, and then we're going to set this aside, and then we're going to saute the portobello mushrooms next. Okay, so you're going to have the pan on high heat, and you're going to add vegan butter, and then let them cook for a few minutes. And then you're going to sprinkle some soy sauce and the sweet and sour sauce. Mix it together and then cook for another few minutes, and then we're going to transfer to the jars. Okay, next we're going to bring 1/3 cup water to a boil, and then we're going to add the broccoli, and then we're going to turn down the heat, low to medium, and cover it and cook for 10 minutes. And then after the broccoli is done cooking, or almost done cooking, then we're going to crumble in the tofu, and then we're going to add some soy sauce. Okay, so after the broccoli is almost done cooking, then you're going to crumble in the tofu, then you're going to sprinkle some soy sauce, stir it really well, and then you're going to add nutritional yeast, and then you're going to stir that, and then cook it for a few more minutes on high, and then we're going to transfer it to the jars. Okay, so there you have both your 2 meals for this week. You have your layered tomato baked squash bake, and then you have your portobello and tofu with veggies. So you got your protein, all your good broccoli, your folic, vitamin C, and your iron. And for those who are plant-based or vegan, you need vitamin C to absorb the iron. So broccoli has that both. That's why I try to incorporate as much broccoli as possible in my meals. It's you'll never be deficient in iron for those people who are plant-based or vegan. And then you have your Nice casserole dish. It's gonna be sweet and savory like grandma's cooking. So let me know what you guys think of this week's recipe. And I didn't do the third meal only because, you know, I have a lot going on this week and my work schedule is kind of crazy. So I did what I could, and you know, if you have a lot going on too, you know, do what you can. Something is better than nothing. Prepping is always better than, you know, just grabbing on the go, or most of the time you're looking for convenience. You know, fast food, it's cheap and convenient, but a lot of the times it's not quality. It's not quality and nutritious food. So just keep that in mind, and if you meal prep, you won't have to worry. You won't have to worry about that. So that is the whole idea. Even though it takes a lot of work and effort, you guys can do it. Just keep going, keep motivated, and hopefully I'm inspiring you to make these dishes and make these recipes week by week. A little bit at a time, you guys. A little bit goes a long way. And also to help you save money in the grocery store and not to eat out so much. Okay guys, thank you. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, share this with family and friends, and hit the subscribe button for future videos just like this. Alright, till next week. See you guys later. Stay motivated. Bye.